And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar Family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Hey. Happy New Year, everybody, and to all our listeners. We got a great show tonight. It's our pairing show, and as you can see, we have a couple of new guests here, and of course, it's Joey time. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful time. Joey, take it away.
Oh, no, I'm sitting right here with the Don. Vick Shah,
there you go.
Royal Cigars. So it is the Don time. And we got T. Roberts on with us as well from the Whiskey Lab. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, rest of you chooches, and we'll get into this pairing we have going on tonight.
So who do you want? He goes, why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Wait, don't you say lead better than that, will you? Tell one or the other. You know, the other guys trying to respect each other.
Whoa, you guys, you chooches.
Oh, all right. Well, we can introduce ourselves. Yes, we could.
It's been a while. It has.
I don't want to skip you guys over.
That's true.
Sounds good. Well, I'm Ronnie Pecorini. In the middle of where I see is the Tampa man himself, Kyle Jesso.
Hello.
And then the two guys freezing somewhere in Florida, my brother, retired Bob.
Welcome back, folks.
And the one, the only, the chooch master himself, Cousin Frank.
Hello, folks, from Chile, Florida. We're going to call it.
Chilly,
it is chilly. It's chilly here. Yeah,
This has to be the coldest I've ever seen you guys dressed up to. I mean, Frank, you got like 6 layers of fat on you right now.
I put on my Ronnie suit.
Yeah. Remember when you were a 2XL, Ronnie?
Well, now that I'm a 6L, right? Oh, no, I'm down to a 4, Bob. Don't worry. Huh? I've lost some weight. Yes. And folks, what's that, Frank?
No. Bob is being Bob.
Bob is being Bob. Still retired.
Bob is being Bob.
And then we do have our pairing expert himself, Joey Gulino. How are you,
What's going on, everybody? I'm Joe Gulino from Whiskey Network magazine. What I do is I do cigar and whiskey pairing reviews. This is our first cigar pairing of 2025, so I'm excited. Tonight we're going to be pairing the Don V Maduro Lancero. That's Vic cigar. That he does in collaboration with Oscar Valladares. We're going to be pairing that with this Whispering Waters expression. This is from I hope I'm saying this correctly. This is from the Braeval Distillery. We have Jay Roberts on from the Whiskey Lab that puts this bottle out. He's going to help us run through this whiskey as well. Basically, I do the pairing in advance. I take some notes, so we'll go through those notes as we go along. This is an incredible cigar, and I want to acknowledge Vic on his recent award from the PCA. This was he was awarded the Midwest Region Cigar Shop of the Year by the PCA, the Best in Leaf Award. So I'm going to
deserved.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yes. Congrats, Vic. That's awesome, brother.
Thank you, yeah, he was
very nice.
He was given this award in Vegas at the PCA in 2024. Vic, what was your experience with winning this award at the PCA?
The only thing that I will say is thanks to all my customers and who voted for me and for my shop. So I'm really thankful for them. I appreciate you, every one of you guys.
Absolutely, yeah. We all had to vote. There was about 3 or 4 different.
5 categories.
Yeah, there was 5 categories. Yeah. I think there was about 3 or 4 different shops in this category, and Vic took the cake here. So, well-earned award. So Vic, why don't you? I'm going to light this up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your Don V Maduro Lancero here?
So it's the same blend as the Toro, that we have introduced in 2023. So this particular cigar actually has a Maduro Jalapa wrapper from Nicaragua, binder from Nicaragua, and a filler from Honduras. It's a medium plus body cigar, but because of the Lancero size, it gives you more complexity, more sweetness, and a little more like a leathery kind of a finish. And it smokes very evenly. The biggest thing that I always wanted, like from the Lancero, like a lot of Lancero, they're like, when you smoke, you're not getting a even burn on that. The construction is a little bit away from, from the tobacco. So my biggest focus was to make the Lancero more tighter, like a more so gives you the more depth in the tobacco, And this 7x38 Lancero, it gives you every bit of that. So I'm really enjoying all my customers here at Norwood Cigars. They are digging in a lot more than ever. And actually, the Lancer is coming back in the market right now. That's what I would say.
Okay. Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, on the visual pre-light draw, which is one of the areas that I touch on in my articles, I got this. It's the first thing you notice is obviously that pretty nice brown Maduro wrapper. The construction on it looks just spectacular, and obviously we got to give credit to those artist rollers at the Oscar Valladares factory. Those people are just hardworking and incredible. But obviously the band, we have the Don over the V, over the tobacco leaf in gold. We have the blue streak, and what does the blue streak represent?
The cop.
Yeah, so
police officers.
Yeah, so Vic obviously pays homage to our first responders here in Chicago and around the nation, with the blue streak for police, and on the original Don V Corojo, which was our cigar of the year in 2022 for Whiskey Network magazine. Yep. He does the red streak, and that's in honor of our firefighters and paramedics. Yeah, absolutely. But on the side stuff, you get like the nice chocolatey, with hints of that classic Honduran hay note that you get on a lot of Honduran cigars. There's no spice on the palate when you're prepping it. I do a nice straight cut. Obviously, it's a Lancero, it's a smaller ring gauge. So we want to get the most out of that draw with a nice straight cut. The dry draw is actually, to me, it's moist, and it's packed with notes of mixed berries and vanilla oats. I don't know if you guys had a chance to do the dry draw.
The dry draw was beautiful on it. I mean, the overall draw is perfect.
And I got a V cut on mine, and the draw is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, this is really good.
I mean, even on the dry draw, I was probably getting kind of floral notes.
Floral, yeah,
and almost notes of hay, in there. I mean, you're tasting the earthiness coming from the Maduro, and the darker wrappers, especially from Nicaragua, which we get a much flavorful leaf out of the soil from the Nicaraguan hills there. So definitely,
but surprisingly sweet.
Yeah, there's a sweetness
to this.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to it. Yeah. There's a very, I mean, you talk about creamy and sweet, and that it's a beautiful
after I've lit it. So that those are my dry notes. But after I've lit it, and call me crazy, but after smoking this a bit, I'm getting. It reminds me back to my childhood of getting the Suzy Q's. That chocolate, cake with the vanilla cream in the middle. It's like that Suzy Q coming back into my memory. So I'm getting that core memory coming through.
That's interesting. Yeah,
nice. Suzy Q.
Suzy Q.
Those will put a couple extra pounds on you too if you have a little bit too many Suzy Q's.
Oh, Suzy Q.
Joe knows about that. I mean, he's a police officer. He knows about Suzy Q's.
Oh, yeah. So again, we have a Maduro Jalapa.
Get back to business. He didn't like that, Frank.
From Nicaragua, the filler is Honduras, and the binder is Nicaraguan. So we are getting that nice balance of that chocolatey sweetness and a little bit of spice from the Nicaraguan tobaccos. In the first third, as soon as I lit this up, I get those, and I experienced this too with the Toro, nice chocolate cake battered spices on that smoke odor. when you light that up and just, man. And then finally, when you get to taste this awesome Lancero, you get like an insanely perfect draw. First of all, in like the delivery of like nice, like that sweet leathery, like chocolate notes on the palate that we got on the Toro, but it's obviously a little more concentrated, as Vic was mentioning, and that's why I kind of went with the Lancero to really concentrate those awesome flavors that all of us love on this Don V Maduro.
Actually, the price point is really good. It's only $9.99 a cigar. And it's,
that's a great price.
Yeah,
that's a great price point.
Fabulous.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants it, they can go on our website, nrcigars.com, and they can order it through that as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Really great price point. It's hard to find really good cigars under $10
today.
It is
$10.
That's a great price point, Vic.
And even the Lancero, because usually when you talk about Lanceros, there's
like more.
It's $20 a stick. So
I know.
I mean, this is
how did he
harder Patolas to roll.
Absolutely.
If not,
yes, they are hard
to roll.
So these come in boxes of
what? 20 or 10 or
20 boxes of 20.
20. Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. Very nice.
Very good. Very, very good.
Are these limited, Vic? Is there a limited supply?
Yes. So right now it is limited. Yeah. So it's limited to 200 boxes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's very limited. So folks, make sure you get out there and get on the website. If you're out of the Chicago area, get on the website. If you're in Chicago, go and visit.
Get them.
Yeah, because you're going to love the lounge.
Yeah.
Go in person, pick them up. I mean, Vick's Lounge is really second to none in the Chicago area. I've been to it a couple of times, and it blew me away.
Humidor in the Midwest.
Absolutely.
And for the so special only, whoever orders the box, they'll get a 5-pack of Lancero for free as well.
Oh,
whoa,
very nice.
So special.
So special. Box, get 5-pack free. That's awesome.
Hey, Vic, the people want to know, is there a red line one still available? That's the question here.
Red line is available too, yes. But not in a Lancero.
Right. That just is in the...
All right, Matt.
Is that a Toro size?
Yeah, Toro and Gigante.
Okay.
And you have a Gigante?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Joe doesn't tell us about those things.
Oh, he keeps all to himself because he wants to smoke them.
He keeps everything a secret, that guy.
Always a secret with Joe. What do you want from the top?
You went to a Lancero, you chose the Maduro over the Corojo. Was there something about that is there a reason why?
So the Corojo wrapper was a little more fragile. So I wasn't getting the more depth on that. That's the reason I went with Maduro. So I was getting more depth and more flavor on the Maduro than the Corojo. Yeah. But we are actually working on some stuff as well. So we'll see.
Good. Hey, folks, if you look at the website, Bruce Stark put that up there. Thank you, Bruce. But the address, Vic, people want to know the address. They're asking. Can you give us the address online here?
Address of the website or the store?
Of your shop.
6046 Northwest Highway, Chicago, Illinois, 60631.
There you go, Steve. Write that down, or just go on his Facebook or the website. If you're anywhere near the area, it's a must stop. Even Brian McGuire from the one and only cigar line Oliva says it's a must stop. Yes. And that's a sales rep telling you it's a must stop.
The largest humidor in the Midwest. It's 1,800 square feet of cigars from floor to ceiling. So wow, it's a pretty incredible experience. When I get overwhelmed every time I walk in there, and I've been coming there for 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
At this point. And what I love most about is Don V Maduro is on top of that chocolatey note, we get this nice spice note. It's like cardamom. It's like a nice, this very nice, perfect kiss of spice that overlays that chocolatiness of the Maduro. And to me, there's just something very special about pairing a Maduro with a sherried Scotch. So we'll go
100%, Joe. I can't wait to talk to Jay because I've been drinking this amazing whiskey because Joe, again, a great find. The things that you come up with This whiskey right here, fabuloso.
Right, and if you guys remember, we paired the Don V Maduro, the Toro, with the that Dalmore 14.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that was
That was a nice sherried Scotch as well.
Oh, that's right. It was an Oloroso sherry cask.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean,
that was a great pairing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're right back at it, back on that trip to the chocolate factory, if you guys remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, totally. And this is the chocolate factory adding
Willy
some
Wonka,
cherry,
man.
adding some cherry filling to it.
I'm on Wonka's boat, just going through the chocolate river.
Right. Before we do get to Jay, so the first direction of pairing your cigar with your whiskey, I do the cigar to the whiskey. I sip I take a puff of the cigar, and I sip the whiskey. And here, everything just kind of melts to like liquid fudge on your palate, if you can imagine. And it's overlaid with those nice hints of the sherry wine notes from the whiskey, and then we get that nice overlay of cardamom spice, and just like everything real nice on the pairing. So Jay, why don't you tell us how you got into the whiskey industry, and tell us what the whiskey lab is, because I ran into you at Whiskey Fest. I was a couple drams in, and I see this the whiskey lab, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna find out. So tell us what's up, my man.
Yeah, so guys, Joe didn't just come say hi. He stepped behind the table, came in and like grabbed me and gave me a hug, said he liked the Scotch so much, and asked to take a photo with me. It was pretty cool.
Oh, so you fell for the con too, right?
Oh yeah. He won me over right there, like that.
That's Joe the seducer. He's a seducer. That's what he did.
Wait, can we talk about his like movie production camera that he has there, because he looks like he's in a movie set with everything, and his camera is so crisp and clear. Like this guy,
Thanks,
guys. Look at it.
Yeah. Well, I'm Jay Roberts. I'm the owner of the Whiskey Lab, and I'm a Navy veteran, and that plays into a little bit of the discussion.
Thank you very much for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for the support. But the Whiskey Lab is focused on Scotch, but not just any kind of Scotch, independently bottled Scotch, meaning we don't buy products from distilleries. We buy products from very small brands where they buy bottles from distillers barrels from distilleries all over the country. And so Whispering Waters is kind of a bit of a tribute to what I served in, which was submarines, also known as the Silent Service. So Whispering Waters, a bit shout out to the submarine service. Right. And then on the label, there's mermaids here. Every other folklore, every other culture, mermaids are actually evil, except Scotland. If you think of the sirens from Greek mythology, they killed sailors. But in Scottish mythology, they married princes, and they're beautiful. So a little bit of tribute to the Silent Service, and then independent bottlers. And what you see here on the label is the distillery name, the region that it's in, and then how many bottles, because this is a single cask at cask strength, 305 bottles total. But the distillery, Joe, you were close. It's called Braeval, which is kind of weird. Normally AE is pronounced with an I, but it's from the Braeval Distillery, which is extremely rare. They've had 4 releases in their 50-year history. It's used almost exclusively in blends. But what makes this special and great for a cigar pairing is full maturation and a PX, Pedro Ximénez sherry cask. And when Joe and I were talking about what to pair with a good cigar, I was like, you got to try this sherry bomb. This is known as a sherry bomb. So what you guys are tasting, that super rich initial nose when you're smelling your initial tip of the tongue, you get some chocolate, but it's like a cherried chocolate. Sorry.
Yes,
and a bit of dried fruits.
Yes.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. Like the cherry cordials, like
the cordial. Yeah.
The back of the tongue, you'll get some more. You'll get some of the oak, but since it's a PX sherry cask, you're going to get more of that sweetness from the distillate, the distillery, and the finish. You get a little bit more of the woody overtones, a little bit of spice, and I think that goes very well with that cardamom flavor that you're getting with the Scotch. In the Scotch industry, we'd call that almost like a Christmas spice. So if you have a Christmas spice cigar paired with chocolate, it's a really good balance. And I've always found myself enjoying Scotch, sherried Scotch, with a very rich cigar. So I'm in my office in my basement. I do have a great camera. I like photography, so I just use my photography camera for my webcam.
Oh, you're looking
But
sharp.
I can't wait to smoke the cigar, Vic. I can't wait.
What else do you use your camera for?
You're gonna,
In his basement. Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
That's where the Devil and Mrs. Jones was filmed. Who are you kidding?
you know what, Kyle? You know what people want to probably hear is, we do giveaways, so they probably want to know what is the hashtag for tonight's giveaway, because people get, they get antsy. They want to
they're
know.
all asking. They're asking.
Yeah.
They're asking. So the hashtag whispering Don V. So you have to, remember, if you do win,
Spelling counts.
we want you to whisper.
Like the uppercase and lowercase does not count, but spelling does. Get your hashtags in, because we are going to pull from a names at the end of the show, and you're going to win the grand prize drawing, which nobody's told me what it is yet tonight. So you may just get ashes from my house, which we'll see what that is.
Well, you're getting the bottle that Joey has and the Lancero cigar on this spin. And then, of course, I do have some giveaways for to start things up, which I'll let you guys know later.
Vic, how many Lanceros are you going to win?
Yeah.
Box over Lancero.
You're going to get
Whoa! I'm thinking my
Amazing.
So you're going to get a box of Lanceros and the bottle.
Oh,
wow.
And that
Vic, thank you. Wow.
Again. Let me see
Show the
that
bottle again, Vic.
Oh, man.
I want to look at, what, the label is really beautiful.
Look
It
at
really
that.
is. I mean, but look at the color. It has that beautiful, like a ruby. I mean, it's deep color. It's got this gorgeous coloring.
Vic, can we?
Hey, Vic, do you have a box for this also? Or is it a bundle?
It's in a box. I'll get it for you.
You get the box? Okay.
Yeah. So tell me, Jay, when you were sourcing this, it has to be the best job in the world.
It's a lot of fun. I tell my wife, hey, I got to go do some work. I got to go to Scotland and drink scotch. So
I got to go and drink.
No,
you can't lose.
Really, it must be kind of amazing to be able to catch on the nuances and kind of pick up on the nuances that you talked about, because a lot of people are like, wait a minute, how are they getting this? How's this possible? Sometimes people feel a little threatened by the fact that, how can they be getting these types of notes? Is that something that over time you developed, or how did that kind of happen for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a cellar, we're all professional drinkers and stationed around. So we drink a lot. And been drinking whiskey for 20 years, but I really got into scotch when I had my first cask strength compared to a normally bottled 40% strength. And I saw a considerably distinct difference between cask strength and regular on the shelf 40% ABV. So if you want to, if you want to compare and try to see flavors in whiskey, always try to get cask strength, because you can add water to whiskey, you can't take it out. I think if you want to learn how to taste the depth of flavors of scotch or whiskey or bourbon, start with cask strength when you can. But that also plays into a question that I wanted to ask everyone here, and maybe Vic, because I get a lot of questions. How do I taste that? How do I start drinking whiskey? Is it okay with ice? When do I add water? It's like wine. You nose it. You hit it with the tip of your tongue, you taste the back of your tongue, and then you check the finish. And this one, it's a younger whiskey. We bottled it 2 weeks before it turned 10 years old to get it in time for that show where Joe and I met.
Oh, wow.
But whiskey, it can be any age and it can be amazing. So when it comes to tasting scotch or trying it, I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. You just start somewhere, and then you pull water out. Try it on ice. Pull the ice out and see if you like it. Try a cask strength and keep increasing the intensity of flavors, and that's when you can start picking stuff out. But I went to a sommelier class, or if I said that properly, and they make kits where it's almost like essential oils where you're going to smell it and then smell the whiskey. You're going to smell it, then taste the whiskey and see if you can pull that flavor out. So you can train with it, or you can just enjoy it. And
exactly. I mean, I think
I've been enjoying it since I was 15 years old.
There you go.
I've never stopped enjoying it.
I was saying earlier, Jay was 12 when he discovered cast strength.
Yeah.
No,
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
When I go to my local cigar shops, a lot of guys I know, they dip their cigars in scotch and then take a puff. Is that something that you do or you don't recommend?
I mean,
with a high-end cigar?
A personal preference.
It's a personal preference.
You're gonna get all kinds of walks of life that do all kinds of stuff, and it's goes along the same avenue as whiskey. I mean, there's no real wrong way to do anything, like that. I mean, you'll see guys dip it in bourbon, dip it in cognac, dip it in scotch, and then even last year we learned about guys dipping it in honey. I mean, you're just you're. Wow. It's all kinds of
myself, but,
yeah. I mean, I think the thing that we've started doing on the show is actually blowing the smoke into our carrying glasses, and then being able to, and that's what we'll do here, I'm sure, because that's something that we do.
Amazing.
And that adds a whole different layer onto the pairing that you don't have because you have that lingering smoke in the glass as you're sipping the whiskey. And this whiskey could easily become a favorite. But the problem with that is that there's very limited supply.
That is a problem.
That's a major problem with this whiskey.
So why don't you step up your production?
Can we have those? They've been in production for 50 years. Only put out 4 express. I mean, they have to.
What are you waiting for?
What are they waiting for over there? I mean, they're holding on to good stuff. This is
a very rare thing, and that's the point of the Whiskey Lab. It's like if you go to a restaurant or a steakhouse that you're going to get kind of the steak that you like. You like what you go to. You go to Morton's or Mastro's. You want to get what you know. But if you're going to a Michelin star restaurant or something that has a rotating menu, you're trying new stuff every time. The concept of the Whiskey Lab, it's new limited stuff every time. So it's like a changing menu every quarter. And I'm bringing in limited products. So we have many brands on the website, thewhiskeylab.com. And the Whispering Waters is just my brand. But if I were to come across another cask, I'll be emailing you guys because this is phenomenal. And you just don't see it. You just don't see it. I picked this up in July, the cask, and I was like, I tasted it. It's good. Let's bottle it as fast as possible. So.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah, I could see why you did that. It would be hard. You must have a little bit of a private stash for yourself somewhere, like hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Even from your partner.
Right behind him.
right behind me.
Now, hey, everybody, hit the share button, will you? Because we got to get these guys out there. Everybody, I'm asking you, please hit the share button and let's get these guys out to the world, will you? Let's have some fun.
Where can we find the whiskey?
Yeah, I was about to say, how do we get on this specialized list, or where do you find your whiskey, or because it's so limited?
Yeah, right now we're at thewhiskeylab.com and we ship direct to your door in 35 states. I'm going to be changing that. I'm going to be adding 7 to 10 more states onto that.
Wow.
And later in the year, international. But everything we do, we ship to Illinois, we ship to Florida, we ship to the entire East Coast with the exception of Vermont.
35 minutes too. So.
Yeah. I wish. But this year we're going to be in some cities as well on some store shelves. So we're at some pretty popular bars in DC. One of the biggest bars in the nation. They have over 3,000 bottles of open whiskey at Jack Rose Dining Saloon. And then this week, I'm headed up in New York City to get some products there. And then hopefully in April, we'll be at bars in Chicago and whatnot. But for those of you in Florida, I'll be in Tampa in March at one of the whiskey shows. I'll get you guys tickets to come hang out.
Whiskey Riot.
There you go.
Whiskey Riot is coming to Tampa. Is that the one?
It's like Whiskey and Barrel Night is I think March 28th, and then
there's a big one called Whiskey Riot that's coming through Tampa too.
I'll have to look into it.
Here's the packs.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Nice box.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Very nice, Vic.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
It matches your shirt, Vic.
Have you guys had a chance to retrohale the Lancero?
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
of course,
of
course.
How else can you smoke?
So on that first third on the retro, it definitely like packs a punch, with that like perfect amount of like leathery spice up front, and then it kind of tapers off to like that creamy yellow cake and like chocolatey notes on the finish.
Yep.
And just
like nice dark chocolate, I would say.
And if you notice the perfect burn on your Lancero as you smoke through this.
Burn is, look at this, nice and even all the way across.
Perfect burn.
Beautifully. I mean, again, construction wise, absolutely flawless. Now, that only gets beat by the flavor that the punch of flavor that you have. I mean, I've got that beautiful richness I get that baking spices with that Maduro. It seems like that always is something that comes to the forefront. For me on a Maduro, it's just delicious. And the cocoa is just really creamy. And this pairing, Joe, again, I don't know what Joe does. He steps in shit every time, I think.
I mean, that first direction alone, how everything just kind of melts
together. Oh, there is a harmony that has been created. This is like the Beatles.
Yeah.
for Bob. I mean, this is great harmony. These two products together
they write a great song.
Yeah, they do. And the two parts create a grander whole. It's just
I'll tell you the truth. I was afraid that this was not going to work well tonight because the humidity here has to be at least 100% because it's been pouring rain and everything, but it's burning beautifully. I mean, really, it's like a perfect burn.
It is perfect raw. I mean,
the draw is fantastic. The taste is wonderful. The pairing, I'm not going to make his head explode. I don't want to talk about it.
We smoked one even in the 0-degree weather that we're having here in Chicago now, and it smoked perfectly. So,
hey, Jay, you got a question by Clay Atkins, and if I missed it, I'm sorry. What is the age of this whiskey?
It's 9 years officially, but technically it's 9.97 years because we bottled it 2 weeks before it turned 10 years old. So it was bottled on October 14th of last year, but distilled October 28th.
And it's fully matured in that sherry cask?
Yeah, first fill PX sherry cask, fully matured.
Yeah.
Cask strength as well, and that's 60.2%, I was going to say.
Right, and and you know what, that lines up perfectly with the cigar because this is more like a medium plus cigar. So that ABV is really holding up to the cigar, which I love.
Oh yeah, and the APV on this, you do not. I'm going to say this.
All right,
drink, you could get fooled very easily with this whiskey. This will fool you. And you will wake up somewhere else.
To it that you can just keep sipping it. So
yes,
this is a dangerous bottle for sure.
This is a very dangerous bottle.
That's coming from Joey.
And that's coming from Joe. But no, this bottle could easily disappear.
Danger is my middle name. What are you talking about?
All of a sudden, you're waking up on somebody else's.
still on somebody else's couch.
You're waking up in somebody else's backyard because this stuff is.
Yeah,
smoother than
silk. I crashed my Segway. It's.
How many Hell's Grannies did you arrest this week?
Yeah, exactly. So getting into the second third of this awesome Don V Maduro Lancero, those awesome like chocolatey and like leathery, silky tannins kind of amplify everything. It's kind of like ramped up here, just kind of making every puff more enjoyable than the last. That retrohale kind of settles down a little bit and get like creamier yellow bundt cake notes, and just like that nice little seductive kiss of spice on the finish. I call Kyle Jesso Lancero, right, or Kyle Lancero Jesso. What do I do? So I got to ask you, Kyle, what are your thoughts on the Lancero since this is your kind of Otola here?
So like Vic is the golden goose, man. He lays the golden eggs in everything he touches. Like, I'm still amazed that this Lancero comes in at under $10 because smoking like a $20 Lancero stick. There's no way that you should be selling it for that price point, for the amount of flavor and the construction. The burn is even like, I haven't had to relight it or anything. Like, this is like the perfect freaking cigar. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. And then Joey goes and pairs it with this amazing scotch. I'm like,
Right. Yeah. No. When I sipped this whiskey at the Whiskey Fest, I was like, "This is going to pair excellent with a cigar, especially a Maduro."
Yeah.
So we're right on point with pairing it with this awesome Maduro Lancero.
All right, hold on. We got a lot of questions, guys. Sorry. Number one, Bruce, is there a promo code to get the 5-pack, Vic?
Which I will send it to them when they buy the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go online, order, and Bruce, Vic will take care of you.
Listen, guys, everybody who's watching, go on to Norwood Royal Cigars, nrccigars.com. Purchase this Lancero before he runs out of them, because again, it's limited.
Well, so, Kyle just said it's now $20 a stick.
And Vic isn't going to price gouge you. No, but really, I mean, you're going to get 25 of these.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So
that's old school.
That's old school.
Love it.
This is outrageous. Vic,
I just bought a box myself, Vic.
I mean,
all right, there you go.
Colin McClure is asking, are you guys going to be at the Gulino Whiskey Fest?
The Gulino Whiskey Fest.
Gulino Whiskey Fest.
Is that the new Joey Gulino Whiskey Fest?
That's the one that has in
Illinois there, Jay. It's a very big whiskey fest. Have you heard of it, Jay? Have you heard of it, Jay?
I have not. I'd love to hear more on it.
Go online. It's big. Galena is an amazing town. It really is, and it's very well known. So take a look at that. You might want to stop by and promote yourself a little bit more.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Going to the next direction of the pairing, which is the whiskey to the cigar. You sip the whiskey and go right to the cigar. Here are the chocolatey, like creamy and spicy red cherry wine notes of the whiskey kind of ignite to like creamier notes of that incredible bundt cake flavor from the cigar. And in my opinion, this is actually the best direction of the pairing. So going whiskey to the cigar for this pairing, absolutely everything is just kind of ramped up with as soon as you sip the whiskey alone, it's just unbelievable. And there's some very like exotic tasting notes on the whiskey.lab.com.
Big time. I get all of these amazing like passion fruit, like this exotic. I'm gonna say I get a little bit of almost like a sweet, almost like a pineapple-y, dried pineapple. This whiskey is blowing my mind, Jay.
Right. So you're getting those concentrated notes of the chocolate from the cigar, and then you're getting those chocolatey notes from the whiskey that are just kind of melting to like just liquid fudge on your mouth, and it's just an excellent marriage.
Does anyone get guava? I get guava.
Ooh, a little guava.
Oh. I get kiwi.
Kiwi. Well, he spent too much time in New Zealand. He spent time in New Zealand. That's why.
On the website, it does say like jammy fruits for the nose and or like actually the palate. Well, and obviously they done the chocolate and they mentioned stewed berries or stewed blackberries actually on here.
Yeah,
and currant.
Currant for sure, like black currant.
Honey dates, and this is where that cardamom comes in and just marries well from the cigar. So you get a lot of amazing, incredible tasting notes that are just merging together for just an incredible pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, what are you getting on the pairing?
Ronnie gets
I got lasagna tonight. Let me tell you, and a little meatball, just to let you know. And of course, my Italian salad.
Ronnie's palate
a little oil and vinegar. That's all right.
Ronnie doesn't have a palate. It's a shame, but he doesn't. But that's okay. That's why he keeps us around, Bob.
Yeah.
Kyle, you want to throw up that hashtag one more time?
Hashtag up there.
Because this is an incredible prize.
This is truly an incredible prize, and this has been one of the most enjoyable pairings
for sure
that we've had for
quite
sure.
some time.
And this is
we
another
haven't
one
been on
of
in a month, so this is
but this is again, what a way to come back to the new year.
Yeah.
This is a New Year celebration.
This is the best pairing this year so far. This is the best pairing.
I agree with Kyle.
I'm with Kyle on that one.
Yep.
I got kind of a funny story too. You said the last sherried Scotch that you did was with Dalmore, a Dalmore 14 year.
Yes.
The person that brought Dalmore to the United States is, I'm not going to give all the details. His name's Ralph. Joe, you met him in November. He was a former Air Force missileer. So when we met and started talking, it was kind of, I'm a nuke, he was a nuke from different services. But this guy brought Dalmore over from Scotland to the United States. He also created a couple brands of bourbon, Knob Creek, Basil Hayden. Those were his creations.
Oh, wow.
And he helped me come up with the brand concept of Whispering Waters. So
very cool.
You guys having Dalmore was kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool. So cheers to Ralph and you guys. Thank you for having me on the show. This is great.
Hell yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, for sure. Wow. I can't say enough great things about both the cigar and the whiskey. I think everyone should be going on the websites and ordering both. I mean, why not? I mean, I know everybody's waiting to win, but everybody can't win. But if you're listening, spend a couple of dollars. It's not going to kill you.
These are both limited. Come on, they're limited. Yeah. So don't wait to win. Trust us. Give it a shot.
Yeah. What was the price point on the bottle?
$115.
Oh God, that's so worth it.
Oh yeah,
because people are getting $115 for garbage. So no, literally, this you're going to walk away with something that you're going to be able to share with your friends or not. Because once you taste it,
I wouldn't share it.
Yeah, no. Bob knows I wouldn't share it. Especially
with Jay, you want to share the website again? People are asking about the website.
Oh yeah,
it's thewhiskylab.com. That's whiskey with an E, since that's how we spell it in America. But all we do is Scotch.
Yeah, I found that pretty funny, but we'll go with it. I'm going to put the website in the chat here.
Thanks.
Very good, Joe. Thank you, Joe. You're doing all right, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going to put Vick's as well.
There you go. There you go.
Folks, jump on very quickly here because, again, limited edition. And you can see the hype that we're talking about. This is good stuff.
Amanda Anderson is on. We've got, we've got Colin. We've got Tony. Tony the Greek is on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got a lot of new people also.
I like to call him Clay Aikens.
Yes, you do.
I do. From the old American Idol, second place loser. But Clay Atkins is a winner, unlike Clay Aikens who lost.
Yes.
So, but yes, Clay is here. He's in Virginia.
Yeah.
And Clay, make sure you order this. This is some great stuff.
He said that's a good price.
Yeah, it's a really good price. I mean, it really is.
Clay also wants to know how cold Bob is because he wants to know what the temperature is up by you guys.
It's 45 degrees here.
That's cold for us, Clay.
It's Florida. Don't get that cold here.
Hello, Colin. We hear you. We see you, Colin.
Bruce is laughing because he's like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
That's
45 minus in Michigan.
Looks like Bruce Stark already ordered a box too.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, guys.
Blow some smoke in the glass.
I say, you know what, Bob? That's a good idea. I'm going to do
time. Because time is running out. I think it's time.
So getting into the final third of this Don V Maduro Lancero. Obviously, we get nice consistency with both the draw and the flavor, but those incredible leathery and chocolatey cake battered cardamom notes kind of interweave and kind of go back and forth for the smoker, kind of keeping the smoker on their toes, and you just get those incredible flavors that just every puff you're just like, man, such a good cigar. In that final third, that the retrohale completely smooths out. With creamier, leathery chocolate notes of even I get some oat notes on there on the finish as well. I mean, it just kind of coats the entire sinus. Are you guys getting that on the retro?
Oh, totally. You know what I love about the retro is that it leaves you. I mean, first of all, you're smoking a quality cigar when your palate is super clean.
Yeah.
And that's what you have here. And
your mouth is
you're
watering.
salivating.
You're just watering.
So that salivation that you're getting from the smoking of the cigar is almost like if you're adding water to the whiskey without knowing that you're doing it. You're adding like that added saliva. So it's really, the richness of both is blowing me away.
I just did a smoke test.
Yes.
And boy, it's good.
Oh,
but even
really
at even at what was it, 60.2% ABV? Like for me, you don't have to add any water because I just don't want to mess with those nice bold, sweet notes going on here in this whiskey.
No, it's delicious.
Well, Joey, you never drink water anyway.
Right. He doesn't even hydrate.
Well, this is the water of life, right? So
There you go.
I'm good. But the burn in the final third of this Lancero really slows down. Which for me, whenever I do smoke a Lancero, I typically kind of just go right through it, like rather quickly. But this one just slows down, kind of makes you take your time with it. Enjoy all those nice sweet leathery chocolate notes coming from the blend. So yeah, the final direction of a pairing is smoking your whiskey, and it works best with the Glencairn. You guys were kind of doing it a second ago. I'll demonstrate as well.
I just did that.
Yeah. So this is the third direction of a pairing, and here you're going to get a whole new outlook on the pairing as that smoke gets introduced to the whiskey. Man, just like we get like an explosion of like creamy marshmallows, like doused in that, like the nice sherry wine notes from the whiskey, and everything just kind of mellows as it like lingers on the palate, and then just kind of like just melts in your mouth. Just a superb direction of the pairing. Probably my second favorite direction of the pairing. Overall, this pairing is definitely like a chocolate and wine lovers like pairing. Like if you like chocolate, you like wine, you're in heaven. So
this reminds me of my days back in New York when I was a kid. Chocolate egg cream.
Huh. Yeah, exactly.
Oh
exactly.
yeah. Oh
definitely,
yeah.
Definitely, it's definitely like a dessert like pairing. Obviously, you're gonna savor this one and take your time with it. I love it.
Delicious. Vic, how long did it take you to come up with this blend?
The original blend.
Well, this particular one.
Well, it's the same. It's the same blend as the original Maduro.
Yes, but doing it.
But doing it in a Lancero is a lot of little finicky things that you have to do.
Yeah, it's 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're new at this.
Hey, Vic, Clay Atkins wants to know what is the tobacco makeup. If you can give a little bit of the juice in, tell him a little bit what about
secret?
the cigar.
The secret?
A little bit of the secret sauce, just a little bit.
There is no secret on that, but it's just a tobacco. The wrapper is from Maduro Jalapa from Nicaragua. Binder is from Nicaragua and filler from Honduras. And
Nice.
the Honduran wrapper that the filler that we have used is from Dunley, Honduras. So it's a really nice. Has that sweetness. It comes from that filler,
Yes, you get that sweetness, which is real nice, and that creaminess.
Yeah, it's creaminess.
So the Corojo, obviously that was a Honduran Puro cigar, so it's all Honduran tobacco. And what an incredible cigar! And then,
I love that cigar. I love it.
Yeah, again, that was our 2022 cigar of the year for Whiskey Network magazine. Absolutely. And then Vic is just so smart to start introducing some Nicaraguan tobacco to that blend.
Right.
To really just bring us more chocolatey notes.
A little more strength as well.
A little more strength. The first time I smoked it, I was here and I kind of like stumbled right off the bar here. I was kind of feeling pretty good after smoking that cigar for the first time.
Well, you're always stumbling.
Yeah, he's always stumbling.
That's how I stumbled. I stumbled right into Jay at the whiskey class. So that's how we wound up here. But yeah, just so smart, and then just so smart to capitalize on that Don V Maduro blend.
To make a Lancero.
and making that the Lancero version out of it, because we all just want more of the Don V Maduro. Both cigars are great. The entire line is great so far. I'm curious if there's maybe something else coming down the pipe. I don't know.
Yeah, just stay tuned, guys.
We'll stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. You see, that's how you always have to stay tuned. I have a question for Jay. So, Jay, you're a cigar smoker. When did you start smoking cigars, and what was kind of your favorite cigar, or what is? I mean, that's a hard thing to pinpoint.
Started, you mean?
When he first started into today. I mean, obviously, it's been a few years, but how did you start smoking cigars?
It was a gift when I was at a school in the Navy called Prototype, where we go work on and learn how to operate nuclear reactors. And I was at a coffee shop, and someone handed me an Oliva Series V.
Very good.
Very
Excellent.
It's a nice cigar to start with.
Yeah.
That's a great cigar to start with.
I ended up on the floor back at home. It was so intense. And
so I guess you didn't eat before that, huh?
Yeah. So that was too intense for me. And then I stepped into the Oliva offerings, and I really loved I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but the Melanio Series V.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
Fabulous smoke.
God.
Right.
Yeah.
That has been my go-to for quite some time. And I love the figurado. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but the shape where it's a very small light point, or you light this very small nub, and then it just blooms into a beautiful cigar. So that was about 15 years ago when I had that Series V that knocked me on my ass. And then I started with the Series O, and I started experimenting.
Yeah.
I checked out a bunch of Cubans over in Zurich and Switzerland when I was there on a vacation.
Okay.
And I still come back to Oliva. But Vic, I'm buying yours, and I'm going with you, man. I want to check all these out.
If you like the Oliva, try the Oliva 135th anniversary, which is
135.
135th.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a great cigar.
very good cigar.
Beautiful smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, then you make a
I
bad
love a
cigar.
cigar with coffee and writing.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
And I like to write my thoughts while enjoying a cigar with coffee on the weekends.
Oh yeah.
But a cigar in the evening with the guys, I don't think you can beat that. So it's
whiskey and
pretty
scotch,
cool.
Face it, smoking a cigar is one of the most relaxing things you can do. And especially when you're in good company, you can't ask for anything better at the moment.
Yeah, the barriers are removed. You're just speaking your mind, and you're not worried about any kind of retaliation. You talk shit, you bust balls, and you enjoy yourself. So
Exactly.
That's what I love.
I've never seen a fight in a cigar lounge. Never.
That's right.
Put up that hashtag again, Kyle.
Yeah,
so
it's about time.
Yeah, because we got a lot of new people jumping on, Kyle.
Right.
Well, we're working on this, but it's not something I can just do on the spot here. So
Okay, all right. You got some time, no problem. It's all good. There you go, folks. Make sure you get it in there. Come on now.
Yeah. Put your hashtag
That's
in.
pretty good odds.
And you're
Pretty good
going to
odds.
get a whole box of the Don V Maduro Lancero and the entire bottle here.
So
And remember,
you guys are also drinking out of Glencairn's.
Yes.
I have a glass that is called a Spade Dram.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
for-
let me take a look at
and
that. Let's take a look.
It's a little smaller, easy to transport, but what's cool about these is you set it on the side, it'll always stand back up. You can't tip these over.
Look at that.
So you can't really spill it. Then.
You can't really spill it.
It's like a Ronnie
That's
bobble.
good on a boat, right? When you're on a boat, when it rocks, it's the perfect glass.
You need it. You need it. But I want to include one of these with the Whisper and Waters logo. Tonight. So I'll ship that out to Joe or whoever you do that for. So one of these Spade Dram glasses will be coming to the
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Yeah, I just bought a bottle as well.
All right, you got a glass coming to you
See
too.
that? Hey, folks, come on. Everybody's buying. If you haven't bought yet,
That's
let's
right.
buy.
Here you go.
So Jay, here's a question for you. You actually worked on a nuclear sub, correct?
Oh, that's cool.
I did. A little over my shoulder, there's our logo. I served on the Oklahoma City, USS Oklahoma City
Wow.
SSN 723. She's now retired.
So
Yeah.
now here's a question, because I'm sure people are gonna wonder what it's like.
How did you keep your sanity? I mean,
Well,
really?
how many months are you kind of, what I'll say, underwater for before you kind of?
The only limit a submarine has is food. You can produce your own oxygen, you filter out the CO2, you clean the water, and then you got a nuclear reactor producing all the energy you need. So food is the only limit.
So I won't stay long underneath.
Subs,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Ron
can
would not last long because he'd eat all the food.
Oh, absolutely, man. Then I'll start eating the other sailors, cannibalism. What the hell? When you're hungry, you're hungry.
Hey,
himself, okay?
yeah, 12 miles off the shore, there's no laws. So international law, that doesn't exist. So there you go.
I can pop a different person every night. Not bad.
Shower?
Yeah.
Did you get a
But,
3-second shower in the sun?
No.
They're quick showers. They're quick showers. Most
Yeah, they
guys
gotta be
don't.
about
They don't. They don't
less
give
than
a
a
shit.
minute.
Most guys don't shower.
Yeah, they don't
why-
care.
That's why, so are there all guys in a sub, or are there a few women? And if there are a few women, I would be wondering what happens, because guys not seeing, being away from it for that long, for any length of time could be a problem.
Frank, you're going in a bad direction here.
No. There are women on submarines. Women on submarines. They have their own bathroom. Yeah,
They do.
they have their
They
own
do, huh?
bathroom, and they're phenomenal. They're excellent performers. But
Performers,
so
right?
it's
Hold on.
all
There's a
submarines
hole
are
that we got to hold on to when you shake it. Or are they all wearing chastity belts? I don't know. It's just a story.
Man, I can say that when you're deployed or you're out to sea, you're so busy, you don't have time to even think about the stresses or what's going on. There is no time. There is no time.
I get you. We're just busting chops,
very
don't you?
fast. Yeah.
The women
No,
are
I get it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, and thank you for doing that, because obviously a lot of people don't realize that we do have folks out there that are risking their lives every day. And, thank God that you're out there doing the things that you did, because it kept all of us safe,
And especially a sub. I mean,
a sub is,
I've watched like movies that have people in subs and stuff.
Right.
And I always say, I would never, ever be able to last in a sub more than 3 minutes.
well, he's
I said that too.
claustrophobic.
I said that too. When I signed up and applied, I'm like, I'm going to nuclear carriers. They're like, okay. And then here's what you're going to submarines. I'm like, all right, I'll sign up. So,
Yeah. Now, obviously, tall people in a submarine is probably not the best
that's
case
not a good thing,
scenario,
not a
right?
good
Is
thing.
it a problem for taller?
You wear a lot of
People-
hats.
oh yeah. The racks, the beds are 6 foot long, and I served with a guy that was 6'7". He
Right.
had to like scooch in on his back and twist his legs and curl in this weird fetal position to be able to sleep.
Oh,
So,
right.
There's some
that's the
there's some
things
big
that-
dudes on subs.
Right, and so you're kind of confined in a way that it makes it that much harder for tall people.
and you're walking like, Quasimodo all the time. And you're really down.
You're ducking a lot.
Yeah.
But
Ducking a
subs
lot.
are huge, man. They're over 300 feet long, over 30 to 40 feet wide, depending on what you're on.
6 foot
30 to 40 feet wide?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was.
All right. Well, so this is an excellent pairing, guys. There's going to be an article that publishes February 5th on whiskeynetwork.net. So stay tuned for that. And gentlemen, I think we're right about that time for the.
Yes, we are, Joe.
We are, Joe. We are. And
That's
Ronnie,
keeping your eye on the clock.
what kind of prizes, Ron?
No commercials.
commercial,
we go to
Commercial.
yeah, we'll go to a
Absolutely.
little break.
Let everybody get your
We have-
hashtags while the commercials going. Get your chance to win an incredible bottle and an incredible cigar, folks. So while we're having that, type it in.
You got it.
We have the Ronzoni commercial.
The Ronzoni, yes, for Ronnie.
Ron Tony.
Another day in paradise, slanging cigars.
Howard G Cigars is a dynamic new cigar brand grown from a love for cigar culture and a respect for the artisanship behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines: the Black Moses, Magic Stick, All Pro Series, featuring Leon Searcy's signature cigar and Ike Taylor's one-of-a-kind, and the newly released Perfect Round, featuring 18 cigars, a front nine and a back nine. Visit our website at www.howardgcigars.com. You can find a full list of our retail partners there too. Thank you for making us part of your humidor.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes, we grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. A family of 4 generations in tobacco. It started in Odense, Denmark, 141 years ago, 1882, with a factory and a retail store by Eric Peter Stokeby. 4th Generation is a premium quality brand consisting of a selection of tin and loose tobaccos made in Denmark, pipes made of the finest quality briar, and superior accessories from leather goods, lighters, and pipe tools. The selection of 4th Generation products are available in premium pipe and cigar stores in the US and many European countries. Check out 4thGenPipeTobacco.com.
I'm sad to see the cigar
and
come
we're
to an end.
back.
Oh, we're on.
Hey, Frank, can you do one special commercial? Can you do one for Vic so everybody on board could actually see his shop? Are you able to
I
get
don't know
that
which
commercial
one is
on
which.
if you can?
I don't know which one is which. Let me...
Folks, if you get a chance, if you haven't seen Vic Shah's place, you got to, because
Gotta
this
find where
is
it
a must.
Good question,
stop.
Ron. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
if you find yourself in the Chicagoland area, you have
You have to just go. Just go there.
Go
Just go
there,
to
man.
Norwood Royal Cigars. Take our word up for it. You will
check out
not.
the humidor, meet Vic.
Yeah, you will
And
not.
listen to you guys whenever you're in Chicago.
I also got to tell Jay, I just purchased a bottle because this is too good to pass up.
Yes.
I got to have more of this.
Yeah, right, Kyle.
Thank you.
That's this. This is
Yeah.
so damn
Excellent.
good. I mean,
Excellent.
I'm I don't want this to end. Neither I don't want
No, I don't want it to end because
this
it's delicious.
pairing to end. It's like I want this to last forever.
Wow.
If
Yeah.
that's possible.
We'll buy a couple of bottles down there, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up a bottle and
I kind of feel bad. I don't want people to know the website because I want this like little whiskey dealer as my own little personal.
How many
Well-
bottles are
How many more bottles are you going to make for us, Jay?
There's 220 left of this bottle right now.
Can you make
Let's
another
go.
barrel?
You mean
That's
219?
Two-
Kyle just
Yeah. I can release another one.
How do you
I-
pronounce it?
Just got
18.
one that's 218.
Wow.
I think Bruce ordered. So we keep it keeps
Yeah, yeah.
diminishing.
We're
Same with
down
the cigars, bro.
And it's a Braeval Distillery. How do you pronounce it?
Breval.
Braeval. Okay. Yeah.
Joe, you have
Okay,
to.
so yeah, it's very rare to get a single malt from that distillery, right? Because I think they're mainly built just to be.
They're used for blends.
Part of that Chivas Regal blend, right?
Yeah, it's I believe it's a Diageo distillery, so it's used in Johnny Walker and
And I
whatnot.
think
But
it's the highest altitude distillery in Scotland, if I'm correct. Right?
you may be correct. I should know that.
Yeah, it was.
It showed me up.
It was basically built on the top of a fucking mountain, and it's the highest distillery in Scotland.
Wow.
So
All right. All right.
Yeah.
it used to be called the Braes of Glenlivet, but then there was a lot of confusion between that and Glenlivet,
Right.
the brand. So they call it Revolve.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
but you won't
fabulous.
see a release from Braeval on a shelf anywhere in America. You can only get it from like thewhiskeylab.com.
Right. So it's 350 meters above mean sea level.
Mm.
It's the highest distillery in Scotland.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And
bring,
Vic,
bring your
Vic,
oxygen mask if you got to go, Ronnie.
Say what? Say
these
what?
are limited too.
Cigars are limited. Yeah.
How many?
Vic, how many other cigars do we have?
These, or
I'm sorry.
are there still plenty of boxes left of these?
No, there's
We
not.
have probably 150 left.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
There's going to be 100 left after tonight.
Yeah, really. Wow. Wait.
Wow.
Okay.
You know,
So,
Vic,
folks,
it's pretty
everything
cool.
is limited here,
Everything is limited,
including our time. So,
So, Ronnie, what other little giveaways do we have before the grand prize?
Well,
So that-
since Jay really enjoyed his Oliva experience, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little Oliva special. So tonight we'll have the nub lighter.
nice.
Okay, there we
Very
go.
Nice.
There we go. So that's part of the Oliva family. We're going to have a brand new nub hat. And
Oh,
you
I
see,
wore,
it's still there.
I wore that hat playing golf the other day.
You did, Frank.
Great hat, but it didn't improve my golf game.
didn't do it. Huh?
No, it didn't do it. It's not guaranteed to improve your golf game.
I would complain to Brian.
I know. I'm going to tell Brian.
And you're going to get a Oliva polo shirt.
No.
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
Ronnie didn't even wear that one.
The Ronnie did
No,
not
still
wear
the
that.
plastic. I could
No,
wear it
because
for the
it's
winter if
small.
you want it. I gave you my DNA in this one.
How
You got to
big,
let me know.
Ronnie?
How big is that?
How
XL?
big is that shirt?
That's four XLs.
No,
No.
well, it fits Frank now. He being that Frank's a double F.
Double XL. That's for
Double XL.
So that's going to be the Oliva special evening. Brian McGuire, if he's still on, thank you very much for all the swag. And
nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
nobody wants your DNA, Colin. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, when you see Colin's name, skip it. He doesn't win it. Nothing tonight. That's
He
all.
doesn't win. No,
No,
I never pay
no.
attention.
No, no.
The only other hashtag that's gaining traction is no prize for Orlando tonight. So I don't know.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, you know, he's asking for everything tonight. He wants the glass. You know, he wants everybody. You know.
All right, so I'll ask. You know, this is the part of the show that I like to ask some trivia
You're going to
questions.
do Chooch.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna do
okay. I don't know if we were going to do it tonight.
So yeah, well, we're going to ask questions. That's how you get the other prize.
Well, I
Bob.
know. I thought you were going to one question.
One question? No, I got a bunch. I mean, you know, hey, listen, I
No,
like to be
you.
topical with the trivia. I like to make it topical to today's types of events. And since yesterday was Inauguration Day, I have a couple of Inauguration Day trivia questions for all of you. So,
So, aren't you going to do the chooch?
yes.
Aren't you going to do the Saka? You know how we got there.
How we got there. This is now, this segment is the stump.
The Chooch
Soccer
is out of
sweat-
office now.
The Chooch got taken out of office. And we have there's a new Chooch in town.
We either got
Now Jay's leaving.
No. All of you can participate. So these questions are geared to all of you until we ask the question for the audience. So this is for you guys. So before Inauguration Day was set for January 20th, it was on March 4th or 5th. Which president was the first to give an inaugural address on January 20th? Which president?
Reagan.
Bob? No. It happened a lot before. Let me just say, it was a lot sooner than that.
Buchanan.
Wilson.
McKinney.
Well,
Abe? It couldn't go back to Abe, could it?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know which one it was. No, it was, I believe it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Oh, Roosevelt.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. And the reason that they changed it from all the way in March Why do you think they did that?
Well, it was cold in January in New York.
No, because they wanted to shorten the period of a lame duck president. So they wanted to shorten that time because otherwise it was March 4th or 5th. So why have a lame duck in office for that long?
Yeah.
Well, we got rid of the lame duck just yesterday.
All right. So here's another inauguration question for you, Bob. When was the first inauguration held at the U.S. Capitol?
Reagan.
When? So I'll give you some dates and then you tell me which. 1776, 1789, 1797, or 1801?
1801.
Yeah,
1801. 1801 is the correct answer. That was Thomas Jefferson. He was the first one.
All right.
This is a good one. Let's see if you'll get this, Bob.
Bob was at the inauguration.
I was there.
Bob was at
Bob lost the Delaware there with George Washington, you know?
Yeah, you all seen the meme with Bernie Sanders and the mittens. Bob was the original mittens.
Yes.
They call him Bobby Mittens.
I could wear mittens right now. It's so cold.
Okay. Who gave? This is a good question. I like these types of questions. Which president gave the shortest speech by word count for the inauguration?
I believe that was Abe Lincoln.
No, good guess,
No?
but no.
Oh,
No.
Biden,
No.
because he couldn't remember his
George
speech.
Washington.
Yeah, it
George
was Washington.
Only 135 words.
That's it.
And do you know what city he gave that inauguration? What
York.
city? In New York. Look at Bob. Again, Bob was...
He was there. That's why he knows.
He was Washington's personal assistant. At that
I was
point.
there. I was there.
He wrote the 135 words. That
He's the one who put the wooden dentures in his mouth.
I was in his distillery at the time. Yeah, that was an easy one, Frank.
I know. Well, no. All right. Well, you know.
It's amazing.
All
He
right.
has a memory.
That's right. Washington
this question-
did distill whiskey, Washington, and I think
He did.
Absolutely, he had his own distillery.
And guess what he used? What did he use to distill? What did he use, Joey?
Who knows?
Come on now, Joe, Mr.
Hey,
Whiskey
do you
Man.
know?
I do know that Journeyman does like a little tribute bottle to that.
Apples.
Apples.
Yeah, because he cut down the apple tree.
That's right.
And then he distilled those apples. He's like, fuck it, I'll make some decent
That's it.
mash out of the apples.
Why
So at
not?
that point, it was brandy then. It was a brandy.
Exactly.
Brandy was his second wife.
Colleen
All right.
says her bourbon has clouded her memory.
No,
If that was the case, Bob would be totally blank brain dead. That's for sure.
Getting there.
All right.
He
This
isn't.
is for the audience, so don't answer this.
And this is for the Oliva package.
This is for the Oliva package. Who had the warmest weather at their inauguration? Who had the warmest weather at their inauguration, folks?
Come on, where's the Alexa answers?
we stumped them all. We stumped the chooches.
Kennedy, no.
All right, we got
Wait,
Kennedy. We
oh,
got
Kennedy's, no. Andrew
Reagan?
Reagan. Andrew is correct. Reagan had the
Reagan,
warmest. Yes, he
Whoa.
did. He had the warmest. It was 51 degrees outside.
Wow.
Ooh.
Now, here's another question. Who had the coldest?
Well, wait a minute.
Inauguration.
Reagan, before you go, you got to get me your information.
Yeah, make sure you. Yeah, before you go, make sure you put get
Did you just
the
ask
winner
for
of
Reagan's information?
Reagan's information.
Yeah, Andrew, I need the answer. That's right, I did.
Yeah, let me get Reagan on the phone real quick. Let me get his info for you, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's how quickly this can hit me. You know what I mean?
Andrew, make sure you get that info
Wow.
to us. So make sure you
Yeah,
give us your.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Andrew says send the stuff to Joey. Gee,
Oh,
Andrew,
yeah.
Joey, you know what his person?
It is Joey.
It is Joe. That's his alias.
Yeah, I know Andrew. Yeah.
Well, it says send
No,
us
I know
Joey,
who that
please.
is. I know who that is. You can send it to me. Right?
So
You're good.
So
All right.
who had the coldest inauguration?
Trump yesterday. It was freezing yesterday.
Actually,
Who
it
was
was
it?
also Reagan. 4 years
Really?
later, it was 7 degrees.
7.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why he went into
wow.
the Capitol. He had it inside.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
See,
All
you
right.
learn something new. See, that's what's great about this crazy show that we do. You learn something new every day, and even if you don't, you might laugh. And
I hope you laugh.
You might laugh.
yeah, you might laugh. I'm not sure. You
All
might.
right.
So, okay, folks.
Get your hashtags in. This is for the
Get
whole.
your hashtags
This is
in.
it.
This is for the
Oh,
Big Kahuna.
All
Joey,
right, this
show them
is-
again what they're going to win if you don't mind.
You get in the bottle. You're getting
the bottle and the box plus a
And-
5-pack. You're
and the
getting 25
25
And
cigars.
the glass
And the
from
box.
Jay.
and a glass
and a
and a
headache.
glass
You're
and
gonna
the
smoke
glass.
that. And you're going to drink that whole bottle.
You are
There's
going
no
to drink
doubt.
that whole
No doubt.
bottle. One thing that
And you
guaranteed
can smoke
that
all
bottle-
those cigars.
Yep, all of those things are going to vanish very quickly.
Yep.
Excellent pairing. Excellent pairing.
Yeah.
And if you win the cigars, do me a favor, order a box of cigars anyway.
Yes.
Because you're gonna want more before they're out.
You're going
Trust
to
me.
want more. You're going to
This
want more.
is
That's
an amazing
This is
smoke.
probably the chocolatiest pairing that we've done.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic pairing, Joe.
Yep.
You-
This
So
is the
what is
cherry
the big one? What's
on-
the big question, Frank?
There is no.
The
Oh,
drawing.
the
This is it.
hashtag
This
winning.
is it, huh?
This is
Oh,
the-
let's spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel of fortune.
Ready?
How
Here
long-
you go.
How long you been doing this?
Bob hasn't been doing this very long.
Yeah, Bob doesn't
Plus,
remember
he's been
today.
drinking. So that-
Look at that hashtag no prize for Orlando.
Excellent. Let's
This thing
go.
has been taking off anyway.
We're spinning the wheel now.
Whoa! Look at all these folks.
Wow, everybody's in. Look at that.
Everybody's in. It's coming up. It's
Ooh.
coming up. Ooh.
Clay!
Holy shit! Clay Atkins. Wow. He
He
is.
said he never won.
Don't
Clay,
have
are
a
you
heart
still
attack,
here?
Clay. Are you still alive, Clay? Don't
Are
have
you
a heart
still
attack.
here, Clay?
Holy
Clay,
shit.
are you
Oh,
still
man.
here?
Oh, is he here? He's got a message, right? Is he on the board?
Clay, he goes, I'm here. He goes,
I'm here.
right.
Oh, congratulations, man. That's awesome, Clay.
Wow.
Of all the times the guy says he doesn't wear anything, he won it tonight. That's for sure.
There you go. He got the
Wow.
big one.
Big shebang.
All right, Reagan, just make sure you PM us your information.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
don't forget,
Andrew Reagan.
Clay,
That's
send me your
right.
address again, and I'll get that over to Joe. Joe, you get it over to Jay. Jay, get the glass over to Clay. We're going to be good.
You got it.
Yeah.
Wow,
We'll have
that's
it till the end of
awesome.
the year.
And yes.
Yes.
Joey, you did it again. How the fuck you do it, I don't know, but you did it again.
You know,
Vic,
Joe,
You know
a
what?
fabulous
These
cigar.
guys putting out these amazing products.
Yes.
I know.
You gotta give it to them.
No,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Thanks.
I mean,
Thanks,
Vic, you
gentlemen.
did it again.
Yeah, Vic, you're hitting it out of the park with this cigar. I
Yep.
mean, one of the best I've had from your line so far. I love this.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
Jay, thank
Excellent.
you so much for finding that barrel and using it.
Yeah, really. Wow.
Yeah.
And not keeping
That's
it
the
all
art.
for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. What a fantastic show. Great pairing. Jay, I hope you had a good time. I know this is your first experience, but thank
Great
you for
time.
your service, and thanks for putting out an amazing product.
Yes.
Get another barrel going. Trust me, it will be sold out soon.
Watch out for
You
that
guys
article,
drink and smoke in the
whiskynetwork.net.
sub, by the way?
Oh, yes. Can you smoke in the sub?
They banned that just before I joined.
course
But
they
if
did.
you're deployed,
Yeah.
if you're out to sea, I think it's over 90 days. You can have 2 beers. That's the limit. Australian Navy, they drink all the time.
What about when the sub surfaces? Can you
You can
can
go
you go
above
out
deck. You can go above
smoke
deck.
and-
Can you go
Yeah.
outside on deck?
Yeah, people do that up on the bridge. Yeah, they smoke on the bridge. I smoked a cigar my last night at sea. I smoked an Oliva Series V my last night at sea.
Nice.
Wow, that's
All
awesome.
right, all right.
Do you miss it, Jay, by any chance? Do you miss it?
Every day. every day.
Wow,
Really?
you're a true patriot. Thank you for your service, my man. That's awesome.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
You did good, really. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed our comeback show here and the Perry show in particular. We had a wonderful time. We missed you all. Thank you for all the support and coming on. We had a great audience tonight. And Joey, fabulous. Once again, man, you did good. You did good.
And the next show is going to be February
18th.
February 18th.
Next pairing show, February 18th, folks, and you get your chance to win another bottle. And what's the cigar we're doing that night there, Joey? Do you remember?
Something from Lure Cigars?
Lure Cigars, absolutely. Another great line, boutique line that is absolutely
We might
good
be doing
stuff.
something, another bottle from the Whiskey Lab.
Oh, there you go. All right. Oh, what's Jay showing us? Get a close up, Frank. Get a close up. Slow it down. What do we got?
We will have a release from Uncharted Whisky Co, another sherry bomb, but this time in an Oloroso cask, which is the main sherry cask that people love in America.
I love the color in there. That looks great. Can't wait to try that.
It's called Thunderstruck.
Send that to us now so we can already get used to the taste.
Yeah.
We need time to acclimate. It's like when you're surfacing with the sun. You need that time to decompress. We need that.
Yeah, let your ears adjust to the whiskey and smoke. Yes,
Let our our palate adjust.
We wanted to have time to thaw out naturally because it's coming from the cold north. So,
Website for the whiskey again. All right. Tell them again. We got another question here from Richard Beard.
TheWhiskeyLab.com. That's whiskey with an E.
There you go, Richard.
TheWhiskeyLab.com.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's it.
Great night.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you in February.
Cheers.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Cheers. Good night,
real soon. Have a great one, everybody. Thank you.
Cheers.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.